Hi there. So welcome to the Khans of Tarkir Google Hangout. Last time I'm Paul Hagan. We work with our trade marketing team at Wizards of the Coast, and with me I have Liz Lamb-Ferro and Brian Trump. You want to do a quick introduction of who y'all do?
Sure. So I'm Liz Lamb-Ferro. You might remember me from the last Google Hangouts we did together. But my job is to focus on the new players and what we have for new players. So Duels of the Planeswalkers, the M15 core set, and how that can integrate into sets like Khans of Tarkir.
My name is Brian Trunk, as they said, and I'm the brand manager for our block sets. And we made a few changes a couple weeks back. And so I'll be responsible for the 2 blocks that we have coming out in the future.
Awesome. Well, as with last time, and we just want to run through some of the common questions that we get in from our retailers through our retail support team or through distributor shows. Just talk about what's going on with Khans of Tarkir, what's happening with it, and what retailers can do to create amazing events in their store. So I want to start by talking about the suite of events that we've got. We've got pre-release, launch weekend, and game day again. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct, Paul.
Awesome. So let's start with pre-release. Now, pre-release packs are back?
Yes, they're definitely back, and there's some exciting changes that we've made to the contents of the pre-release pack. In previous pre-releases, like we saw with Magic 2015 and Theros and Born of the Gods and Journey, each color of mana had their own specific mythic or rare that was in their card. So you knew generally what that pre-release card was going to be. But now, as we shift into Khans, players are not going to see 5 different promo cards. They're actually going to see 40. So that means 8 different cards for each clan are possible for players to play with.
So just for clarity, that means that if I go into a pre-release, I know we'd heard in the past, this is the most popular pre-release pack because there's this promo in it. Now that's not necessarily the case because we're rotating, is that right?
Yes, and that's exactly the reason why we wanted to go about making this change, Paul. One of the big things we always strive for here at Wizards is creating awesome play experiences. And if you know exactly what that player with the white box, that Journey pre-release is going to have, that's not really that exciting. But if you don't know if it's one of 8, then that changes the playing field a little bit and really gets you into the spirit of celebrating what that set's all about.
Absolutely. That more dynamic play experience.
That's fantastic. And now one thing I want to make sure that we're calling out is, as mentioned, we've got a number of questions here that have come in from a retail support team, but also on the right side of your screen you have the ability to ask questions live. We're on a little bit of a delay, so if we don't answer right away, don't worry, we see you, we'll answer you, but that is an option available. Now, going back to the pre-release packs, okay, so we've got this rotating promo, which is fantastic. What else comes in those? Does it tie to any sort of event in the pre-release?
Great question. So you'll come into the pre-release, and one of the exciting things this time is you'll come in and you'll choose your clan. There's 5 clans, and inside that pre-release box there will be your 5 boosters, a seeded booster, which is made up of the colors of your clan. You'll also receive a clan button, a clan sticker, and a welcome card to the clan. And the pre-release experience is playing through and having a great Khans of Tarkir pre-release. And at the end, what we're having you do is taking the opportunity to write your name on your clan sticker and then taking up and put it on one of the banners, because there'll be 5 banners in the retail store. In your stores, we're expecting you to put the banners up and then having the players go in and put their name on that banner.
Okay, so just making sure I understand, that's one of the reasons why we have that seeded boosters. It is a wedge set, is that right?
That is correct.
So make sure I use the right terminology.
That is correct. So with shards, we had shards of Alara, we had the allied colors. Now with Khans of Tarkir, we've moved into the wedge colors, and our players have been asking for a wedge set for quite some time. We're giving them the opportunity to play the wedge set and now put names to these types of decks that they've been playing for over 20 years now.
So effectively a player could come in, and if I'm say for example, I love playing red, black, and white decks.
You are Mardu.
I would be a Mardu, so I would represent the Mardu clan.
Correct.
That's fantastic. Okay. So now, pre-releases are a little bit of a kind of a scary experience for new players, but we also know that a lot of new players come to pre-releases regardless. So what should retailers do to prep for there being this influx of new players coming to the store?
The best thing that a retailer can do is continue to point those new players to Duels of the Planeswalkers. We all know that it's the best way to start playing Magic, and the nice thing about it is that it takes the pressure off your sales staff. So that first day of pre-release, you have a ton of players at your store. The last thing you want to be doing is trying to not only help new players learn, but also get your players that are excited about the pre-release set up and going. So this takes the pressure off of your sales team. It's also an easy way for them to just learn Magic generally. So they're getting to know the core set from Magic 2015. They're getting to know some of the cards they may even see in Khans of Tarkir as reprints, but they're also getting a feel for the game, what it's going to be like, and they get to learn about competitive deck building. So when they come into that pre-release and open that box, now they know how to assemble that deck in a way that fits the style of their clan, the style of their personality, and they're well prepared.
That's awesome. So want to make sure that we're moving along here. I know we've got launch weekend, but I do want to just remind everybody, if you've got any questions, feel free to chime in. But now launch weekend, I know, we've got something kind of exciting and new. Can you walk us through that?
Definitely. So we've changed things a little bit this year for launch weekend. Again, back to Ravnica and that the guild affiliation. We've really taken the clan affiliation into Friday Night Magic this year. And so when a player walks into your store, you'll ask them what clan they want to play for the night, and then at the end of the night, the top Khan, which is what we're calling the leader of each of the clans, the top Khan for each clan will be able to put their name on a sticker and put it up in that Friday night league poster that we're putting in your store. So it'll be 5 top Khans each week.
And do we have? I think we had an image of that we could share there. Oh, okay. So that would be it right there. So players come in and they say, okay, as a Mardu player, I could come in and say, I affiliate with Mardu. I tell my my local game store owner that that's who I'm playing for the evening. And if I'm the top Mardu player, I'm represented up on.
You are the top Khan.
You are the top Khan.
Awesome.
Now, your player doesn't need to come in and play a Mardu deck, so they don't need to come in and play black, red, white. They could be playing any color they like.
Awesome. So, and that starts with launch weekend, and that goes back to, and that runs through the end of the year. Is that right?
That will run through every Friday Night Magic that we're doing until we get into the winter set, Fate Reforged.
Oh, awesome. So now, tell us about game day. That comes after the Pro Tour, is that right?
Yes, that is, for me personally, that's one of my favorite times to enter into a set and really get a feel for what's going well in the set, because you've just seen the week before Pro Tour, the best of the best Magic players are playing with the same cards that you're playing with. They're creating their own decks. They're incorporating other cards that are still in standard rotation. It's an awesome time to be able to say, okay, I know, for example, at like Magic 2015, Ivan Flock was playing a really fun deck, and so people can take that, model after it, bring it into their local game store, and hopefully do some damage. I mean, Khans of Tarkir is a pretty powerful set, so it'll be awesome to see what the pros are going to do with it.
Awesome. So, want to do one last call for any questions that anybody out there may have. But while we kind of let those trickle in, if any, as kind of a wrap up, if you're going to say, if you're a retailer, here's one thing that you should really prep, you should really know, and here's how to create these amazing experiences, what would that be?
We heard it from our fans and from our stores when we did Ravnica and Return to Ravnica, and that is drive that player experience in your store. We heard great examples of stores utilizing cupcakes and cookies and driving that additional, allowing those players to actually come in and go, I'm a Jess guy, I'm a Mardu, and I really want to play part of my clan. Dress your store up, make your store part of Tarkir, and and really help your players raise that banner to victory.
Outstanding. Well, it does not look like we had any extra questions come in there, so I really appreciate everybody joining us today. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support team, and they can help you out from there. But appreciate you joining us, and y'all take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.